Welcome back to another episode of Gamers Universe. I'm Troy Dilo, once again coming at you with seventh episode. Seventh, yeah. Seventh episode. And he wasn't here with us last time, but he's here with us now. My good friend Joe.
What's up, everybody?
Did you miss Joe? Did you miss him? Man, the scheduling was bad last time. You weren't here.
Yeah.
You left me here, man. Left me here.
Well, you did it yourself or with whoever else. I don't care. As long as you had fun, my friend.
I did. I held the fort down while you weren't here.
I'm going to kill you.
Well, anyway, we're going to... What is this? Whoa! Look at this, everybody. Look at this thing we just got. This part totally isn't scripted whatsoever. Yeah. We got ourselves this Mario figure, and he's going to be here with us for the rest of our days, which I'm going to guess will be episode 12. I'm giving us till episode 12.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm giving us till episode 12. Yeah, Mario figure. And great, more news before we get started. I went to PAX East.
PAX East, I saw a lot of pictures.
Yes, I posted a lot of pictures on my Facebook, and I'm going to post all the pictures that I got up on the Facebook page.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there's an official Facebook page for this show. There's also a YouTube channel.
Yes, we got both up and running.
Both up and running. So if you miss an episode or you want to keep updated on what we're going to be doing, what we're up to, go like the Facebook page. Go check us out on YouTube if you miss an episode. You know, it's
and I might try to throw some gameplay on there. You know, I have an Xbox One now.
Yeah, I have a PlayStation 4,
and I can record, and then I'll try to
put
it on YouTube somehow. I'll figure out a way.
Some Let's Plays,
PCs,
maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Little shenanigans, maybe. We'll see.
And fails, successes.
And real quick, the heists for multiplayer.
Heist today, March 10th.
March 10th is here.
Finally.
And the heists are now up on GTA 5 multiplayer.
So now all those rioters that are angry with Grand Theft Auto, or Rockstar, have fun. Today's the day they come out. Every system except PC, and they keep pushing back the PC date. Vote to make it now. Please, I just want to be able to play GTA 5 with mods and all that fun stuff.
If you're actually a PC gamer. So yeah, so I went to PAX East, and I had a real fun time. I met a lot of famous YouTubers out there, Markiplier, Yami Mesh, I met Bob and Wade. I had an amazing time. A childhood dream was fulfilled last weekend.
Well, you said you met Jacksepticeye.
I did also meet Jacksepticeye.
I asked him yesterday.
I met Jacksepticeye.
If he had his Irish voice.
He did. Good. He did. Top of the morning to you, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
It's funny
because he
freaks out like PewDiePie, but he's got the Irish.
Yeah,
all right, anyway.
Not there. Let's get to what you guys came here for, the games. Anyway, today we're going to be starting off with two games that have linear storylines.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No free mode.
That's what I've noticed about the two games, that they both have linear stories in common. If you don't know what linear story means, it means it's a specific path that you got to go on.
It's just like playing Call of Duty, the campaign.
On Call of Duty.
Levels. You just go through here, and then all of a sudden you're here, and then you go through that.
But there's a campaign on Call of Duty. Let's be honest.
Except
nobody plays that.
Except.
Yeah.
Well, people play it. It's just the older ones. I don't know. They're starting to move away from cool things. Anyway, yeah. But first game is Uncharted.
Uncharted 4. They're making a fourth one in this series.
I'm
highly surprised.
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised.
No.
I think the second one was probably the most successful. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked it up. Third one was really successful. I actually just started playing it at his house.
Third one was great.
I beat the second one like 5 times, and it was just too much fun.
Yeah. Anyway, how we do it around here is we break the game down into a few categories and then give it a final score. The categories being graphics, gameplay, storyline, and replayability. And then, final score. So let's get this under the way, starting with Uncharted 4. Let's go with graphics, first of all. So, next-gen game, you know, you got the Xbox, you got the PS4, and then PC. Now, let me just start off by saying, you know, I've noticed that we don't really say a lot on graphics. You know, we just say that if it looks good, it looks bad. And that's really because graphics don't make a game.
They don't.
They don't. If you honestly are playing games just because they look good, because you like the graphics, and that's it, like you don't care about storyline, gameplay at all, you have absolutely no right to call yourself a gamer.
Yeah, now see, there's one thing. I'm always looking at little details. You know, it doesn't just have to be the graphics, but like small things like sounds and everything.
Yes,
I want
those
it to
are
sound
appreciated.
good. I want it to be played well. You know what I mean? Like if I have like a gun in a game and it sounds like cartoonish or something, I want to be able to have like a real gun sound, like an M4 carbine shooting an Uncharted. You know, if it doesn't sound very good, I want to be able to modify it and make it like actual gun sounds and cool, like Battlefield, or you know what I mean? Something like that. It kind of like gets to me. Other things.
Well, yeah, but those are like sound effects. Those aren't.
Yeah, exactly.
Really,
but I'm just saying, like
graphics are like the look
too,
of it.
some of the stuff. Yeah,
Graphics are like the look of it.
Yeah, I'm just saying little things like that. Graphics,
Yes, little things
sounds,
are highly appreciated.
Exactly. It all depends on the game.
But I don't know if we could count that in the same category.
We can't. Well, it all depends on the category. Not really graphics.
Yeah, it really depends. Not really graphics. I mean, gameplay, storyline. No?
Yeah, something like that. I was just bringing it up as a small
Well,
thing.
yeah,
like
no,
graphics
thank
are
you
a
for doing
small
that.
thing,
Because like that does count for something, and those little details really do make a big difference.
Yeah.
But it's a next gen thing, so it looks good. So I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Looks good.
Now, there's one thing I have to say. When the first Uncharted came out on PlayStation 3, it was
PlayStation 3?
Yeah,
First
it was
one?
PlayStation 3. Yeah, when PlayStation 3 first
You
came
learn something new, everybody.
out. It was
Every day.
Uncharted.
Drake's Fortune.
Drake's Fortune. Yeah, I was thinking that
Uncharted
because I
Drake's
know Drake's not Thief.
Second one?
Yeah, the second one.
Oh no.
I don't know. It was something Thief.
Among Thieves.
Among Thieves. That's
Uncharted
what it
Among
is.
Thieves.
That's what it is. Yeah, the first one came out and everybody looked at it and was like, "Oh my God, these graphics are insane. The game is so cool.
Yeah.
It's like playing Indiana Jones in a video game."
Nathan Drake, the main character, is in a little way like Indiana Jones.
We always say that too. It's true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this game was ahead of its time with everything. Like
with the climbing mechanics.
Yeah, exactly. Like Tomb Raider, like the old one for PS2, that one may have had that. I never really played the ones for PS2, but Tomb Raider was like that. The newer Tomb Raider is like that.
Oh yeah.
They all, because they're both adventure games. They're all like in a jungle or in some foreign place, like looking for something, And it's cool because they have similar. What's it called?
Similar
abilities, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can climb a certain way with Tomb Raider that you can do the same sort of thing with Uncharted.
Yeah.
And Uncharted 4 and Uncharted, all of them, are actually PlayStation exclusives, so they're not going to be out for Xbox and PC, which is kind of aggravating to me because I really want to play them. But at the same time, so yeah, back to graphics.
Yes.
They were really ahead of its time, and it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
The foliage and everything, it looks beautiful.
Yeah,
It looks, not exactly like Dying Light. Dying Light had really good graphics.
Looked great.
It looked gorgeous.
Looked beautiful.
And then you got Uncharted, which isn't, obviously the same kind of game, but it has a similar look to it.
It really does.
It does.
Given some areas.
But yet, my rating for graphics is a 9.
Yeah.
I figured, I've played the other ones. This one's not out yet, but from what it seems to me, it's going to have that next-gen graphics, which are going to be ahead of its time.
Like the LA Noire facial recognition thing.
Yeah, LA Noire was very detailed with that.
Very detailed with the facial recognition.
Recognition.
Words make sentences.
Yeah.
And then sentences make phrases. So, no, when you brought up Tomb Raider, I instantly thought of, like, how come this hasn't happened yet? But, like, Nathan Drake meets up with Lara Croft. How has that not happened yet? How is that not a fanfic yet?
And see, I had a theory about that. Well, the thing with that is, I told you yesterday. The thing with Tomb Raider is it's very superstitious almost.
Oh yeah, you were saying this.
There are like, weird things that you see are like, weird mutated people sometimes, and it's weird. It's not like, and then you got
dinosaurs.
Uncharted, which is more archaeological and historical and more real, I guess. You have guys that are trying to attack you instead of big, huge, creepy guys with hammers, and you know what I mean, that sort of thing, abnormal things. So there is a small difference that might make a difference, but at the same time, maybe not. It can go either way. You know, bring Tomb Raider into archaeological times, or bring Uncharted into superstitious areas. Yeah,
I'm just saying it would be so cool because they both basically do the same thing, hunt for treasure.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how does that not happen yet?
Like you know, Uncharted 5, all of a sudden Lara Croft ends up falling out of a plane,
comes
lands
flying
on Drake or something.
Make
like, what?
it happen.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Well, moving on from that, let's go on and go to the storyline of Uncharted 4. Now, the storyline is a little bit convoluted because we don't really know that much about it. But from what I understand is Nathan Drake's older brother shows up, and this is the first time we've ever heard about him.
Yeah.
He shows up telling his brother about some pirate treasure.
I guess so, yeah.
That's what I heard from.
I guess, yeah. He in the gameplay trailer, he almost like Drake just climbs up like a ledge.
Yeah,
and
rocks.
his brother's standing there, and he pulls out a gun. They both pull out guns, and they aim them at each other, like
yo.
And then all of a sudden, they're like, "Hey,
yo,
what's up?" You know?
I almost blew your head off, man.
Yeah.
I almost blew your head off.
You know, I have a theory that I don't know if this is true or not, but I bet you Nathan's brother betrays him.
It's kind of been that way.
I feel like that's what it's like. The attitude
seems
that
too obvious.
It does. Like all of a sudden, his brother shows up and like.
Yeah, his brother just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, like kind of
like, yo, bro, I heard about what you've been doing. Let's go hunt for some pirate treasure.
And now hold on. Now you got to think. Nathan Drake was also an orphan.
He was.
So older brother, maybe that means a
maybe a brother he didn't know about. Brother you didn't know about.
Maybe that, yeah.
Maybe.
It all depends. I mean, he was 13, right, when his father brought him down to the orphanage.
No, it was five or six. It was 5 or 6.
I thought you said he. Oh no, when you started out when he was a kid, he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mother committed suicide. His father abandoned him at the age of like 5 or 6.
Well,
to the St. Francis Boys Home in Colombia.
My guess, it might have been that actually that might have been his real brother. His brother might have not been that much older than him though.
Yeah.
And his father was like, well, this is my younger son. Maybe I can't, do much for 2 children or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
But whatever. Aside from that, the storyline seems really cool. They have a lot to go off of, with like, there could be some betrayal going on. Who knows about a few characters? Like in the third one, they brought back Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe,
from like Uncharted 2.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of the third one, like Elena and like Drake, they were like apart for some reason, and then just got back together. Maybe she'll make a comeback. Sully's gonna be there. Victor
obviously Sully.
Oh, you gotta have Sully.
I hope he doesn't die.
They
He faked his death like 3-4 times, and now it's kind of like.
They like killed him off in the third game. They killed him off only to like be like, no man, you were just going crazy from the water that you drank. You can't do that, man. It threw me off. I'm gonna give that storyline a solid 9. You got a lot to go off of, and it seems good.
And now, actually, I gave it a 9. Now, you see, we don't know what pirate treasure, and it definitely seems like it's more
definitely
going
to be something really awesomely historic.
And now we don't know what pirate that might be. Could that be they find
Blackbeard?
some like Blackbeard? Yeah, exactly.
Blackbeard,
or
no
like
beard,
some other
Graybeard.
I don't know, maybe 1 leg, 2 leg, no eyes. I don't know.
No. Let's go on.
Captains had weird names, all right?
Yeah, captains really do have weird names.
Yeah. But you never know with those games.
Yeah.
Like, you can sense sometimes that something's going to happen. Like, who knows? Maybe his brother won't betray him. Maybe. And then, you know what I mean? It's all like you don't know with Uncharted.
That's the
It
whole
could
point.
happen the way you're getting vibes from it. It might not. It's really it's a great gameplay.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fun. It's how can I explain it?
Yeah. Let's go on to storyline. Let's just go on to storyline.
All right.
Let's just
It's
move
hard
on.
to explain it.
Yeah, I know, but let's just go on to storyline.
So much to go.
So, no, we just talked about storyline.
We just talked about gameplay.
How you doing, everybody? No, we talked about storyline.
Oh God! All right.
How you doing, everybody? All right. Gameplay. The gameplay is kind of the same thing with like there's an attack button, a counter button. You put aim sights and shoot.
Yeah.
It's and it's really good. It's a good clean like way to do it.
Mechanics, yeah.
It's great mechanics. They
A lot
added
of
some
games
new
don't have
things in there. A grappling hook you can use.
Oh, that was cool.
That was so cool.
There was
How
one thing.
in the trailer,
Oh,
he
man.
like, oh, there's a grenade right there. Nope. And then he just like swung off in the air, socked that guy as he was coming down.
Yeah.
And then the AK-47 flew up in the air. He just caught that and just turned around and just, man. That part was hype.
You people can look it up for yourself.
Look up the trailer. Look up the trailer, watch that part. That part was cool.
It's worth it.
I gave the gameplay a 9 because the mechanic works. Like, everything works out great. The new things seem really cool to add. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool. What'd you give it?
I gave it an 8.
An 8?
Nope, sorry, 9.
Oh, okay.
9.
9.
Sorry, I messed it up. Now, 9 because actually it's simple mechanics. It is, and it's simple, but it's still fun. Yeah. You know, like in the second and the third one, they added in that whole counter thing. So like, you know, the guy throws a punch, you hit triangle, and he ducks it or something. Yeah. It's cool. It's very immersive. Not a lot of games have that.
Yeah, that's really good.
And I felt like, you know, it's one of those games that you can actually feel like you're doing that. So with that, I gave it a 9. I think it's going to be good.
Replayability. Now, again, this is a linear story. So after you go through it one time, to replay it again, you'll be going through the same story, and it's kind of boring if you ask me. So I just gave it a 2.
Well, like I said, the second one I had played and beaten like 5 times. The storyline was just that good. You know, I went up in the difficulty too. It got harder and it got so much better. Like I don't know. The second one really like got to me. I don't know if it was like the storyline or just everything. Yeah. Because it was crazy. They had like those what are they called? The Himalayan
mountain stuff.
Yeah, like the creatures and everything, but they're actually like people in suits. It was crazy. Right. And so many twists and so many things happened. It's like, wait, where was I? Where am I now? Yeah. It's just it's amazing. Yeah. I think I'll probably, if I get this PS4 someday, if I get this, more than likely I'm gonna play the storyline like 5-6 times.
So give it.
Give it a 9.
Yep. All right. Let's just go over the. We've been talking about this for a while. Let's go over the final score real quick. 8.5. Solid game. It looks great. You got a lot to go off of. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be hype.
Definitely. You have the gameplay trailers and whatever. I gave it a 9. And the thing is, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure, are talking about it right now. But like, I hear more people talking about other games than anything. You know, like there's Tom Clancy's The Division, which looks insane, like never been done before sort of game. And you know, that looks cool and all, but I don't hear a lot of stuff about Uncharted 4. I hear more about other games that are coming out later in the year, and a little bit, you know, they're like not the same kind of game. Yeah. But anyway, 9.
Anyway, 9. All right, then. We're going to go on to the second game, which, have I introduced yet? I don't think I have. Let's do that now.
No, not.
Resident Evil Revelation 2. This one just dropped this month, actually. It just dropped out this month.
It did.
And basically, to us, it just looks like it looks like Resident Evil 4.
It does. It does.
It just looks a lot like Resident Evil 4.
I don't know. Maybe the guy came back or something after doing the Evil Within. Yeah. You never know.
He worked on Evil Within?
Yeah, he was the one that did Evil Within.
Learn something new every day. I already said that.
Yeah.
Graphics. Going to graphics. Again, another next-gen console thing. However, to me, it just looks like Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, you know, Resident Evil. That's the thing. They don't focus that much on their graphical capacities and what they want to do for graphics. And I admire them for that. It's probably one of the biggest games in gaming, and yet they don't focus a lot on that stuff. They focus on the gameplay mechanics, you know, and it's cool. You don't have a lot of games that do that sort of thing and are that successful. But so yeah,
6. I gave it a 6 because it just looks like it just feels like copy and paste to me, you know, just same graphics, doesn't really look that good, but you know, it's good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good enough.
All right, so I gave it a 6.
Another 6.
Same basic reasons.
Same basic reasons. It just gives you that vibe.
Exactly. It's not like they really worked hard on the graphics. Yeah. And you know, I wonder how many people really worked on the graphics in that in that company. Because you know, you have like other games like, you know, The Division, you have like hundreds of people working on the graphics.
Literally hundreds
That's
of
what
people
they're
working
really
on
focusing on,
graphics.
and the mechanics. You know, and that's cool. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, I admire these guys for giving what they do.
Yeah.
You know, they still put this game out. It's still successful. So yeah, I gave it a 6.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it has an anime touch to it as well.
Does?
In a way, yeah.
I didn't get that vibe.
Really? It's sort of, I wouldn't say like, you know, straight up anime,
Yeah,
but
not straight up.
it has that sort of look to it. Facial features, you know, the way they talk, the way cutscenes are and everything. It just seems like, I don't know. That's my opinion. Back to you.
Yeah, so let's go on to the storyline next.
Storyline.
This storyline, I don't understand it whatsoever.
Neither do I.
From what I understand, from what I've been able to gather, there's multiple different episodes,
Yeah.
apparently, and in one of them you play as Chris Redfield's sister.
Yeah, I think that's the first episode.
Yeah, I think that's the first episode. You play as like Chris Redfield's sister, and then some other girl who's somehow involved in the story because they both work for some company, and then like SWAT team shows up out of nowhere, captures like everybody. It looked like they captured everybody at least.
Fair enough.
And then like you escape, radio for help from a tower, and then just to realize you're on like a deserted island in the middle of the ocean in the middle of nowhere.
That sounds
literally
Resident Evil.
That sounds like Resident Evil. That's literally all I'm able to understand.
Yeah,
And
it
that's
looks
not really-
like some sort of crazy.
And that's really not much to work with, so sorry about that. But,
It looks almost like a prison, but not.
yeah, it does.
It looks
does
like
look a lot
almost
like a
like
prison.
an insane asylum slash a prison, but
Yeah, and you know, not really much to work with, but I just stuck with solid 7, a solid 7,
solid 7.
a solid 7.
Solid 7.
Yeah.
Well, I got a solid 7 as well.
What is happening right now? You noticed that we both gave the graphics a 6, both gave storyline a 7.
Are you copying me?
No, you're copying me. Who's the host?
Oh man, whoa!
Remember
And who
that.
wrote down their stuff first?
It doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just go back.
It does matter.
It's just, I'm trying to understand the story, and I can't get it. I can't get a grasp around it.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally, like, as far as I got. And then we saw another one where you play as, we saw, like, another, like, gameplay trailer for this guy who I'm guessing, like you thought it was Chris.
yeah, but
yeah.
it didn't. Seem
No, it didn't
right.
seem like Chris. He had a beard.
Well, at the same time, you never know. Chris might be older or something.
He might have grown a beard in the,
Well, I mean,
ever
it's-
since
it's-
Resident Evil 6. He might
Well,
have grown a beard.
I did a comparison with like Chris Redfield from like 5, and then I looked at that image when we were watching the video, and I kind of compared, and I was like, well, Chris's face looks sort of like this, but this guy doesn't have that sort of feature.
But I'm
Something
guessing it's
that.
like the father of like, not Chris Redfield's sister, but like the girl that's with Chris Redfield's
Yeah,
sister.
there's another girl there with Chris Redfield's
I'm
sister.
guessing like that's like her father's.
Yeah, because when they were radioing in, he hears it. And
Yeah, he hears it and then he's like, I'm coming, baby.
yeah, it's like
That deep, raspy voice.
revenge. Yeah. So I gave
Yeah.
mine a 7. Let me talk,
No,
would you?
But I'm letting you talk.
This is what happens all the time.
We're not starting this. We're not starting this. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm listening.
All right. So 7.
7.
The storyline, obviously, number 4 was the biggest one I think in the franchise.
I felt that way too.
'Cause once 5 came out, people liked 5, but
People like
4
5,
was
but like
still
4,
the biggest
4
one.
was still like,
You know, they had "What are you buying?"
what are you buying?
What
What are you selling? That
It
dude
had that was just freaky. And sometimes he'd like pop up outside a window and you'd be
was
like,
my
what? And then he'd just walk around.
that was my favorite dude.
He was crazy, but he had like good weapons.
He really had a lot of good stuff.
He like at one point you come across him and he's like behind like this counter and like there's weapons all around him.
All
It's
across, just laid out, and you're just sitting there, just like, dude.
like, give me that RPG right there.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
So it's my guess is it's the same sort of storyline. Maybe not. I don't know.
Nah,
Because the
the
fourth one
storyline
was
is most definitely different.
yeah, it did sort of seem different. There were some things
Yeah.
that looked a little similar, but not really. Yeah, but there was one thing that, it was the different episodes.
Yeah, the different episodes.
When it came up with the name, when it's advertised, oh, this is Resident Evil, blah, blah, blah. It came up as Resident Evil Revelations 2, Episode 2 on the game cover in the ad.
It was,
so I wonder if
it.
this is one of those things that you have to buy each episode.
Because I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not doing that either. I mean, I don't know for sure.
With some games you can do that.
But it
like,
seems
not
like
with
that.
Resident Evil.
I hate it when games
Not
do
with
that.
Resident Evil. You can't do that.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. A lot of people complain about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can buy this DLC. Oh, N64, you just unlock that weapon by doing this crazy thing that you don't even know you can do. It's kind of like it's just changed. Like, money is money.
Rules. That's the name of the game. Just money out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go on to gameplay now. So it's pretty. It actually plays the same as like Resident Evil 4.
It does, yeah. Actually, you can walk while you're shooting. Just walk.
There's the difference.
But in 6 there was a faster walk. This one's kind of like extremely slow walk.
Yeah,
so
but like it's walking nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like what I've noticed is there's always 2 characters in each episode. One of them is like the main person who you use all the combat with.
Yeah.
And then the secondary character has something special about him, like something different.
Yeah, we watched that episode too.
Yes.
And there was that little girl that
It was this random, creepy little girl.
She the guy gets off the boat on the docks and he turns around and she's standing there and
She's
he's
standing there just like.
She's like looking at him like.
And it's just like.
And she's wearing like one of those 1800 creepy like nightgown things, like The Exorcist almost, and it's like. I wouldn't trust that little girl.
I wouldn't trust that.
And when you're walking through, she's like, I see the dead people.
Yeah. She's going through it.
What?
And then she's just like, I can see them. I can see them through walls. And it's just like, how are you able to do... Like, he doesn't even ask, how does she do that? He's just like, oh, okay, where are they?
I wouldn't trust that for a second.
I wouldn't trust that for a second. Like, picks it, and then she just picks up, like, random, like, rocks and bricks that she just finds and just throws it.
Yeah.
And then she just points like, oh, it's right there. And it's just, okay.
All right, well, I'll take it out. Yeah.
And then with the one that's with Chris Redfield's sister, doesn't use guns. Doesn't use guns.
So she uses hand-to-hand combat?
No, has a crowbar.
Well,
and she just doesn't use a gun ever since the incident.
The incident?
The incident. Never got that far to find out what the incident was.
Okay.
However, I will say that there's something weird about it. Just like there's this thing where, but I'm at a loss for words right now. But like she shines her light, and it just blinds zombies. Anyway, I gave that 8. Gameplay 8. It's good.
Well, I got an 8. See, you're just copying me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, your face. Anyway, replayability. With replayability, we're different on replayability. Yes, good, finally. Again, linear storyline. I'm not one for linear storylines. If the story's good enough, I'll go through it again. But this time, I'm going to give it a 4 because its storyline is pretty good, but again, it's a linear story. If there's some differences, then not so much. Gave it a 4.
Okay. Well, I gave it a 7. I give it a little bit more credit than you. It's...
Whatever.
Again, it's a big name. I don't,
Resident Evil's a big
to be
game.
honest, I'm not a big fan of Resident Evil. I'm not a big fan of scary games. I want to be able to, beat somebody over the head with a baseball bat. Dying Light is, I guess, actually, that's kind of a scary game. But it's more like zombies. I rather would face zombies than creepy zombies that walk toward you, stuff. And it's there's some that have blade things coming out of their arms. But
who was that guy?
I have no idea.
Total final score here. We actually got the same final score. 7 overall, solid game. I need to know more about the storyline to see what's going on with it. But 7. Okay, whatever. I'll just keep talking. So yeah, no. What did you give it? Just come on.
I gave it a 7.
I know. I just said that. I hate you.
You copied me.
No, nobody cares.
He's a liar, folks. He copied me. Don't listen to him. I wrote it down first.
Anyway, that will about wrap it up here for us. So thanks for tuning in. We're just going to sign out. We'll see you next time.
See you later.